guys, it's Emma here. Today I want to tell you 3 very interesting stories about me and my animals. First up is Albert. Albert's already out with his mom. He's flying around in the trees. This is how my whole fascination for rescuing and releasing animals started. Well, one day I was walking down the road and a little ball of fluff just fell out of a tree, probably 30 feet. And I looked down at my feet, and Albert was laying there. He was a little baby blue jay. I ran him inside and immediately started taking care of him and loving on him. Me and Albert became the best of friends. I took him almost everywhere, and he loved to sit on my lap while we played video games. Albert was my best friend. And then one day, he started to outgrow his little plastic container, as you can see right here. So I moved him into this cage that Tiny's currently in. In this cage, Albert learned to fly by climbing up the bars and gliding down. That's kind of the stage Tiny's in right now. And then, as Albert got a bit older, he had to move into a bigger flying space. So we moved him into a roost that's right by our back door for the chickens. And well, since it's for the chicks, it was just about the perfect size. He only spent 3 days in that, though, until I released him out into the wild. But get this, as soon as I took him in, his mom was watching him, and she'd come to the front door every morning and look for him. So as soon as I let him out, his mom came right down and fed him. It was so beautiful. So I was able to let Albert go at the perfect time, to where he wasn't so reliant on me, but his mom could take care of him. So now Albert comes to the porch every morning and says hi. And he brings his family too. Since he was raised on dog food and soaked in hot water for an hour with some sugar, he comes and steals the dog food every morning with his family. That's the story of Albert. And the bird I have right now, his name is Tiny. That's him right there. I don't know what he is. He could be a sparrow or a wren. I haven't really figured it out yet. But he's very cute and very sweet. And Albert, you could tell he was a blue jay because he had a very squawky, scraggly voice. He's got a much prettier tweet. I'll feed him right now while I tell you his story. Okay, Tiny, well, a friend of ours, it's a lady who cuts my hair, she said that she had found a baby bird. So, since I love birds, I went and picked up Tiny. He was just a cute little ball of fuzz. It's in your mouth, eat it. And I gave him a lot of food and water, and he just perked right up. All he needed was to be fed a bit. So, after a while, he got pretty connected to me, and him would hang out. I'd even take him outside and let him hang out on my finger. But after a while, when my aunt came over, she noticed something on his neck. It looked like a big bump. Hold on, maybe we can see it if I feed him a bit more. But we got worried about the bump for a while and thought it was a tumor, and that's why his mom took him out. But it turned out just to be a little, pouch for his food. You see, as soon as he eats its food, it goes down and fills up right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's what it is right there. Now he's a good little friend, and he does great. But I'm a little stumped on how to release him because we don't have a mama here to feed him. And if I release him too late, he'll be completely dependent on me. And I'll have, whatever kind of bird he is for a pet. And although birds are great, parakeets are a lot easier to take care of than a wild bird. So, yeah. But so far he's doing fine, and maybe I'll be able to release him. Or maybe I could sell him to one of you guys as a good pet. Who knows? The final story I have to tell you today is a little different. It doesn't have to do with any birds. In fact, it has to do with a possum. The little guy's name is Little Pete. Little Pete, I found one day. It was a crazy day. It was the 4th of July. Eat it. It was the 4th of July, and I had just shown everybody a giant spider I caught, about like this. And after I showed them, I went to let it go in the wood pile, and I set it down on a log and looked up, and there was a water moccasin staring at me. So I went to kill the water moccasin with my dad and grandpa, and then just my cousin's boyfriend pointed out in the woods. He said, "Look, there's a baby possum." And of course I went and picked him up and put him in a container, and he did great for 2 or 3 days. He'd hang out on my shoulder. I'd feed him that whitish gunk, and he did perfect. But just one morning I woke up and the cage slipped, and I grabbed it and put it back on, and he was dead. But the thing is, we don't know if he's actually dead. We don't know if he's playing or if he's dead. For how long he's been dead, you can move his limbs, and I've seen his ear twitch a few times, and he has water in his eyes, but he's stiff as a board and smells horrible. So we're not going to put him out yet because we're not quite sure, but we still got to be careful. I don't think he'll do any harm, though. And I think he's okay, but we're going to give it a while. I'll tell you guys if he does good or if he dies. Oh, and I should introduce you before I go. You met Tiny. This is Phoenix. She's a sweetie pie. Say hi, Phoenix. Can you say hi? And then we have Buckbeak, who's not as sweet. He's the one behind the lamp. I just got him a few days ago, and he's not friendly. Watch this. Yeah, he's not very friendly. Before I go, here is little Pete. He looks dead, but from what I looked up, they can smell dead and look dead, and they can play dead for up to 5 hours. So I don't know yet, but see how his head is still bendable? So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's kind of like a possum coma, though, so he's not really aware of what he's doing. But we'll give him a while. Well, that was 3 fun stories from all the animals I've rescued. I hope y'all have a good day. Goodbye.